Cody Rhodes slapped the absolute fire out of The Rock's mouth, finally getting his get back and revenge after the events that took place at the WrestleMania 40 press conference. Now, as the tribal enthusiast and as a huge bloodline advocate, I'm not gonna lie, that moment was heat, it was fire. Now, this episode in particular of Friday Night Smackdown had a high stakes feeling going into it. So to kick things off, Cody and Seth made a surprise visit to SmackDown to finally answer the challenge placed by The Rock for a tag team match against him and Roman Reigns at this year's WrestleMania. So boom, Roman would start things off being typical Roman, and then The Rock would come out with a brand new entrance with the lights all the way turned off, and then you see these lightning bolts coming all on the Titantron.
Hey, whoa, pause, hey.
And then you saw the bull with the glowing red eyes, truly setting the tone and the mood for things to come moving forward. Now, instead of Roman doing his typical acknowledge me thing, this time Roman told the crowd to acknowledge us, talking about him and The Rock, of course. With it now seeming like The Rock and Roman are truly on the same page, being the most powerful duo since Shaq and Kobe back in the early 2000s. Now, Cody would start things off by saying he heard Rock's challenge and he knew everything that was coming with it. And before Cody could give a formal answer, Rock would then go on to cut Cody off, telling him to shut up, boy. Then he would go on to Seth and tell him to shut his mouth up, and this man wasn't even talking. Now, Seth would eventually get his get back after The Rock tried once again to go over the rules and the stakes at hand for this year's WrestleMania tag team match, and for Roman and Cody's match as well. And while Rock was asking Cody, do they accept the challenge, Seth would then interrupt and tell Rock to shut the hell up. And Seth would then go on to cut one of his most fiery promos ever, and it truly had me hyped. Cause honestly, I don't like all that Joker Seth. I love a more serious Seth. Give me that anytime, any day out of the week. We need this version of Seth always. Now, Seth would accept on the behalf of him and Cody, with Roman once again taking his usual jabs at Seth. And a comment that's now become controversial in the IWC, which I will give my honest thoughts on in the next video. Saying to Cody, are you gonna let this cross-dresser talk for you? Now, me personally, I'm not letting that slide, but hey, that's just me personally. But for some odd reason, Seth let it slide. Then Rock would once again proceed to say that he would do everything in his power to make sure that Cody Rhodes doesn't walk out of WrestleMania the new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion, and that he would do any and everything in his power to also take away Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship as well. Now, as we all know, The Rock is on the board of directors over at TKO, and I do like that WWE is now blending in kayfabe and reality to make these storylines seem even more realistic. But the nail on the coffin out of everything that Rock said, which will get him slapped eventually, is when Rock started bringing up the fact that him and Dustin Rhodes, aka Goldust, are 20 years apart, saying that Cody Rhodes was the last born child because he was a mistake. Now, at that point, I was like, man, everything is off the table. Cody, you might as well slap this man, get some get back, because he crossed the absolute line that was beyond disrespectful. And my boy Cody did not let me down, slapping the absolute dog crap out of The Rock's mouth, with the crowd going absolutely ballistic. Now, with that slap, I can guarantee that there will be heavy consequences going forward for Cody and Seth Rollins, and the target on their back just got even bigger. And although we are 4 weeks away from WrestleMania, which is not that long, I just hope and pray that WrestleMania gets here faster, because I am ready to be seated to witness one of the greatest, if not the greatest WrestleMania of all time, especially given with all the hype surrounding it. But yeah, guys, what do you think about Cody Rhodes slapping the absolute taste out of The Rock's mouth, getting this get back on The Rock after the events that took place at the WrestleMania 40 press conference? And also, how do you think this tag match at WrestleMania will end? And do you believe that Cody Rhodes will walk out of WrestleMania the brand new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion? Be sure to let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and also hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, it's your boy Quan All Love here at Quan Loves Wrestling, and I'm out. Peace.